I'm not a scientist. I talk from experience. What you are about to discover in this talk unfolded for me in the desert. When we found the gold at the end of the rainbow. Albert Einstein once showed us that time and space are woven together. Then a clock ticks more slowly when we move very fast. Buddha, already 2,500 years earlier, said, "View time as an illusion." Quantum physicists just recently discovered something even more strange. Particles behave differently when we look at them. Does our perception change reality? Quantum entanglement finally tells us everything is connected. Space is information. Is that already a coincidence? Or just a wild way to start a TEDx talk from a slightly crazy hippie? No matter what it is, the universe seems to be way more magic than we can all imagine. We tend to forget. The world looks not like this. It rather looks like that. Therefore, I invite you now to the playful fields of our universe. Let us be sure. Our outer worlds are not a contradiction between magic and science. The opposite is the case. It is not magic or science. It is magic proven by science. That brings me to my topic I want to share with you today. A phenomenon that Carl Gustav Jung calls synchronicities. A bridge between our inner psyche and the world around us. A whisper from the universe that shows us here is something to discover. Jung says synchronicities are meaningful coincidences. He clarifies that they are more than just noise, rather signals that may indicate to us that the universe itself speaks to us, mirroring our inner dynamics in the outer world. Isn't that a poetic image of our lives? We're not just witnesses. We are co-creators. And I do agree. It's like feedback. Echo. This is precisely where our journey begins today. Thoughts, desires, intention, habits, attitudes do not only share our inner experiences, yet they seem to co-create our shared and tangible reality. A dance of emptiness and form. Or was it form and emptiness? Do you know the moment when events occur simultaneously and you somehow have the feeling that they belong together? Do you remember moments like this in your life? Some maybe not. But don't you worry. They might just appear when you stand up from these chairs and walk out of that door. Back in the days, I was a professional football player. My path seemed clear. Locker rooms, teammates, training, games. Then, Cuba, 2005. I saw children without access to clean water. On the other hand, I saw a St. Pauli community with resources to change that. A synchronicity? A crack in the matrix? Certainly a meaningful coincidence, and the roll of the dice for my life. That moment changed everything for me. No business plan, no KPIs, just one fixed idea. Humans should have access to clean drinking water. And we have something to contribute to this. Together with my friends and the spirit of football and music, I initiated the water NGO Viva con Agua. And we were not alone. A whole football stadium was on our side. A whole ecosystem still is on our side. And here's the beauty. Coincidences love the collective. Synchronicities are never just private. Nobody can own them. They always emerge in social fields. And you have what is needed. Family, friends, colleagues, communities you are part of, where ideas are bouncing back and forth like ping-pong balls, sometimes chaotic, sometimes effortlessly flowing, but always in community. Martha Beck says that there are socially enforced coincidences and that they come from weak ties, like a metaphysical treasure hunt, which happens when we go out there and meet people. Just follow the bliss, one relationship at a time. At Viva con Agua, we trust this approach since 20 years. Leadership not from power, but from resonance. Relationship not from control, but from connection. Strategy not from KPIs, but from following our inner compass. And we grew through synchronistic relationship and synergies. Footballers meet artists, musicians link up with activists, entrepreneurs meet volunteers in Germany, Switzerland, Austria, South Africa, or Uganda. Different galaxies collide. And in those collisions, new ideas and possibilities are born. But how do we now create those conditions so these coincidences don't just happen randomly and disappear quickly unnoticed? How can we consciously prepare the fields so synchronicities can land sustainably? Otto Scharmer from MIT shows us we can connect to the future if we change the quality of our perception. That mindfulness prevents us from living in the past, constantly downloading old paradigms. He suggests that we can connect to our inner fields and the world around us in order to sense the future. If we open up. Open heart, open mind, open will. So what did we learn? In 20 years of experience being a truffle pick of synchronicities for water, navigating the ocean of unexpected synergies. In my experience, it takes 3 things to prepare the field for meaningful coincidences to land. Number 1, intention. A North Star that is bigger than ourselves. A sense of purpose and a beyond personal motivation. For us, it's clean water for everybody. And again, of course, a shared common intention is way more powerful when we share it. Number 2, intuition. The openness to notice signs and possibilities. Navigating from the belly, not from our heads. Often born, not from strength, but from admitting our own limits, letting go, being vulnerable. Open up to the quiet voices of our hearts to be heard. The little prince always knew. The heart sees more clearly than the eyes. And 3, infrastructure. Spaces, temporary or permanent, where strangers become allies. Sometimes for a moment, sometimes for a lifetime. Festivals, workshops, art galleries, even social guest houses. And of course, moments like this one, a TEDx event. Look around. People you've never met, yet came here with the same intention, to learn, to grow, to connect. You're already breathing together, sharing awareness, co-creating presence. Imagine what could happen today. Maybe it already happened at the break before this talk. You meet someone. You have an answer you weren't expected. You get an idea that can change the world. Because this too is one of those spaces where synchronicity loves to play its magic tricks. Yet one thing is clear. Synchronicities as guides into the future cannot be found without presence. Only with presence can we have insight into the deeper levels of our consciousness, the collective consciousness, and maybe the field around below that, deeper fields of our reality. Remember, rationalization is one of the main trauma compensation patterns. Overthinking keeps us in the past, trapped in old thought patterns or constant judging. On the contrary, presence is the foundation to be open for the future. Many people believe not thinking is not possible. But let me tell you this. Not thinking is possible. Our mind can be trained. Functions like a muscle. We all can slowly expand its inherent space. Old wisdom keepers know. It's the focus on the breath which keeps us in present and brings us back into presence. Not feeding the monkey mind, rather watch thoughts play and disappear. A breath, think about it. What are we actually breathing there? It's oxygen from the Big Bang. We are breathing the universe itself. We are literally inhaling space, which allows us to slowly expand our awareness. I'm sure by now some of you might think strange things about this crazy man on stage. Some might be angry, some might just want to run away screaming, whatever it is, it's fine. Fight or flight. And I can relate, because breathwork is everywhere now. Yeah, and sometimes only breathing is a little bit difficult or just boring. What I learned, not only in Cuba, but certainly in the desert of South Africa, is that dancing helps. Resetting our nervous system while moving our body is the key. So, please stand up for a moment. Make some space. Let's take time for a small nervous system dance with each other. Yeah, are you ready? Okay, great. So let me introduce to you a bass line. In modern language, we could say dancing is an ancient form of somatic therapy, one that lets the nervous system dance itself back home. 2 minutes of rhythm and your nervous system begins to remember what connection and aliveness feel like. Every grounded step reconnects us to the earth, telling the body, you are safe now. Add your breath. Exhale. Let your body feel the rhythm. Let's get back into presence. Back into synchronicity. Whatever wants to move, let your body follow the rhythm. Notice the shift where energy rises, where it's blocked, where it's released. Feel your heartbeat, the warmth in your body, people around you, your breath. That's it. That's presence. Thank you so much. So let me close with this. We cannot control the dice of life, but we can prepare the fields on which they fall. Why is this important for the future? Because life is not a private affair. The world does not just happen without us. We are the world. And when the world feels heavy again, when fear and cynicism start creeping back in, don't treat them as enemies. They're just weather, clouds passing through. What truly matters is our intention. A clear and courageous heart can cut through the noise, like sunlight melting frost. That's where possibility begins. That's where synchronicity finds us. We are not going to fight our way into a better future through anger or fear. But we can learn to walk into it, awake, curious, brave enough to stay open. Because when we meet the world with honesty and trust instead of control, the world meets us back with meaning. That's how change happens. Not by pushing harder, but by showing up fully. So here's the invitation. Trust the dance. Show up, stay open, and let the universe meet you halfway. Maybe in this talk something resonated within you, like a mirror of yourself. Maybe you remembered something that's been quietly awaiting within you. And if you follow that spark, that whisper, that little pull towards aliveness, the universe will open doors. And when those doors are open, just like galaxies colliding, new stars are born. Thank you very much. Woo!